Hey, yo, what's up? This is John. Check out my episode on 34 questions.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. I'm your host, 34, and today I'm joined by the homie John is in the building tonight. How you doing, John?
Yo, what's good? Happy to be here.
Happy to have you on, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time and your interest and, just your openness to share your story. So appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Got you, bro.
For sure. For the folks out there who aren't familiar with the flow of the show, we do some intro questions just to, set the tone, and then we jump into the main interview questions. Sound good to you, John?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. My first question for you, man, is how have you been? You've been doing well? You've been going through it? How you been, man? It's been a while. Since we linked up.
It's been a long time. I want to say, dude, honestly, I'm doing pretty great. But I also want to say I'm going through it, just because everyone's grinding, like everyone's got their own like battles, I guess, and I don't want to say that it's perfect right now, but definitely the shift in my life has pointed me towards the right direction, and everything is kind of coming into place. And I've just been happy. It was great.
That's dope, man. I don't think I've been able to catch up with you during Corona and stuff. So how's this quarantine time been for you? You've been, using it as like a chance to do some personal development, or, you've been taking journeys, you feel me? But what you been up to?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was right on point, bro. It was just a lot of self-discovery. You got a lot of time. So it's just a lot of reflecting. Especially with Corona, I mean, it was just a drastic change for me right after that happened, like, me, I was teaching and I was dancing a lot. But I mean, now it's just I had to really put a break and a pause on that, just to really focus on my life, especially with Corona. Just realizing everything around you is just like there are opportunities out there, and it's just looking for what you do best and how you can get there,
No doubt. So before we move any further, I actually have a little icebreaker for you. The one-word spelling bee. You down for it, or you want to pass? It's up to you. It's all good.
No, let's do it.
All right, man. So your word is going to be guarantee. Money back guarantee. Yeah.
All right. GARANTEE.
You're missing one letter, man. You're missing one letter in the beginning of the word. You got one more chance.
It's the U.
Oh, say it out. Spell it out.
All right. GAUGUA.
Keep going.
RANTEE.
You got it. You got it. For sure, man. Congrats, man. You've officially qualified for the 34 questions spelling bee episode. Whenever I get a chance to get around to it, the list is growing, but it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be like a March Madness type bracket, and we're gonna just bring it. That's how I'm envisioning it right now. Yeah. So you're gonna go up against
separate.
Yeah.
A Shaq and a Fool.
Yeah. Similar. But yeah. So congrats, and we'll see if you make it all the way to the end, man. That'd be dope. For sure. Are you are you a good speller? Would you say, or not?
Nah, hell nah, bro.
For sure.
I'm better with numbers.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I still got to figure out different types of games that I want to kind of invite guests back on to do. So we'll figure it out.
That's dope.
So jumping into the warm-up questions, my first question for you is, what would you like the audience to know about you?
Let's see. I mean, man, I don't know, like I'm pretty shy, but at the same time, like with you and my friends, you know, like it's easy to open up, you know, to you because I've known you for a long time. But I mean, if we're strangers, like yeah, I'll talk to you, but like nowadays it's just like I'm really distant, you know.
I got you.
Yeah, it's just now, especially that, like you said, like with that shift, it's just I have a lot of like walls, you know, that like I don't just let people like step over me and just, you know, like before it's just being too nice and saying yes is just like is over, you know. You kind of just want to just stand your ground and just like, yo, like you kind of have to be selfish sometimes and just handle your shit, you know.
That's true, man. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, saying yes too many times can take you away from what you really want to do, right? Even though you want to be a part of something, you want to be with homies and whatnot, but sometimes it's, like I know for myself, I don't know if you know this, man, I just turned 31, and I'm just
What?
Yeah, I know, old ass guy, but yeah, my walls, or I don't call them walls, I just call them like, I guess my focus is just a little more, you know, centralized now. So I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I know what I want to spend my time on and I know what I don't want to spend my time on. And those walls are like a lot more built now. And I think that just comes with getting older and, you know, you realizing what you really want to do. So I think it's normal.
That's on point.
Yeah.
I like it.
You think, have you always been shy? Could you describe yourself as shy?
Yeah. I mean, what was your first impression? What was your first impression meeting me?
I mean, man, I think we just vibed. Like, cause maybe
That's what I'm saying, right?
Maybe I'm shy just like you are. We're like, you know, we're not gonna be out there and try to like draw the attention towards us. But like, you know, if you can just recognize that the other person's kind of like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's chill. Yo, what's up? But yeah, so I feel like it's not that I have anything against people who kind of like get the attention of the room, because I think there are people who are like that, and there's value in that. It's just that that's not the first person I'm gonna go talk to. You feel me? I'm gonna be talking to the other person that's just chilling and be like, yo, what's up? Instead of you know, trying to take the spotlight. Yeah.
Kind of just gravitating towards like, someone just with your vibe, right?
Exactly. Second question for you, man, is if someone were to pay a tribute to you, how would you like to be honored? You know, if I was gonna say today I'm gonna do something in the honor of John, what would you like me to do?
Damn. Let's see, like truthfully, like with you or like anybody, just like a nice video would be nice. Not just kidding.
Okay, I got you. I mean, that's cool. I thought you were gonna tell me to like learn dance or something.
Nah. I mean, you could add that into the video. That'd be sick. But I mean, realistically, I think like I would want everybody that like really like cared about me to just like be happy, you know, instead of like mourning. Like I know it's sad, but I think like listening to this, like in the future, if I've passed away, like I would want everybody to like come together, you know, especially like to my crib, and just like party, you know, and just have a good time and just like uplift each other rather than like just being like sad, you know, because like I've lost a lot of friends, you know, and like family members, and it's sad, you know, it's just sad. So
it's always sad, man, and I'll keep, every time I'm in that kind of situation where I'm in a place of the celebration of someone's life, right? I keep trying to think how we could make it a little more joyous, but I don't know. Do you think that's possible? I don't know if it is or not, you know?
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, unless like, you know, maybe one day we could like do holograms of ourselves, so it just feels like, oh shoot, like, you know.
I'm sure in the future, yeah, you just drop by, right? In your own funeral, you're just like
have a pre-recorded like message, or, you know, kind of like I think in Avengers they did some shit like that where he had a pre-recorded message, and like you could speak kind of like this. I guess this is what it is. But yeah, but I got you, man. I'll definitely make a little video just to give a shout out for sure. Maybe I'll cut up all your dance videos together into one highlight, and then you feel me?
That'd be sick.
Third question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you know yourself?
Man, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, probably like an 8. Just because, like, I know I've spent most of my life like searching for like my style, with dance, and just like, I guess knowing your music and the way you move, you kind of get a sense, and like the way you dress, like you kind of get a sense of like what type of person you are, who you are, and what you like, So, but I mean, I know that over time I did like evolve into a new person, or I don't want to say a whole brand new person, but it's different. Like you're evolving into a whole different person, and like you thought you knew everything about yourself before, but you really didn't, right? So definitely at an 8, but I always search for myself, so it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. I don't think we'll ever get to a 10. I know there's folks, I had a guest come on and said 10 as well. I think we get closer to that number, especially as, maybe when we finally realize, it's almost over, and you're like, okay, this is who I was my whole entire life, and so now I know who I am, like fully. You feel me? Because there's no more time for change, really. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Dude, wait, you're talking about when you're just old, right?
I mean, maybe when you're not old, maybe it's like, if something happened to me and I'm just laying down and I'm just like, oh shit, this is who I've been my whole life. It's kind of coming to that realization of like,
I see.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever tried any psychedelics, but I know I have. And the thing about psychedelics, I know for shrooms, it's like poison, right? Shrooms are poisonous. So what I've been told is that like it kind of it makes your body think like it's gonna die, and that's why all the epiphanies and revelations you have while you're on shrooms is because like, oh, you're like near death. It's like a near death experience. Personally, that's what I hear. For me personally, that's when
scary.
So when I first did it, I didn't know like that's what that was happening. But it makes sense because that's when I really felt like I was one with the earth. I felt like nothing in the world really mattered. Like all the things I was worried about was just like really small compared to everything else in the universe. So
that's awesome, actually.
It's interesting, man. I think my experience with that has helped me let go of a lot of things, and has helped me like kind of just change my perspective. And I mean, that's why I don't know if you've seen the studies, but psychedelics are supposed to help with depression, anxiety, and all that, because I think it just unlocks those concerns. Like you're so concerned about stuff, and then
I was about to ask you about that too. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they is it illegal? Was it illegal, and then it became legal? Or has it always been legal?
I can't speak on it, and if it was legal, I think it would be everywhere. But so I think right now it's just more so like redefining, the uses for it. Before it was just like recreational. Now it's becoming medicinal, and it's like, okay, it's really helping with like different things. I had a guest come on. I don't know if you've seen it, but they were talking about a place in Oakland where you can kind of like sign up, and it's like donation based. You can get like some shrooms from them.
Dude, no. I went through one of the clubs, and one of the clubs was selling shrooms, and I was like, yeah,
a weed club?
Yeah, but they're like, it's low key though. I can't speak. I can't say anymore. I can't say anymore.
Yeah. Say less. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we ain't trying to put anybody on the spot on here, but yeah. So you gotta tell me later on though, because I'm curious. Because I think I end up looking for it maybe like once a year, once or every 2 years, just so I can like kind of do a little reset.
A little refresh.
But yo, man, like.
Do you have to travel, or like do you travel to places when you do it, or you just like chill?
So in college, I was a big shroomer, and I did like, maybe in one summer, 10 trips or something like that. And during that time, I experimented as far as like indoors, outdoors, night, day, just to see what the feeling was like. And I will say that it always brought me outside. Like if I was at home, I'd be like, yo, I need to go outside. I need to walk around. I need to like, feel the energies of the world, like
Yeah.
that's what it was like for me, man. I would like,
I mean, I don't know, but sounds dope.
you got to be with the right folks. It's better if you're like group of 3, group of 5, just on the same like level, because then it's like you're telepathic. You don't even got to say nothing. You just look at each other in the eyes and you're like, oh, you thought exactly what I was thinking when that thing happened, and it's hilarious. It's great as long as you're in a good like
State
space.
of mind.
Yeah, good state of mind. And you got to be willing, because if you're not, then it could be a really bad trip. Like I've never personally seen anybody like with me have a bad trip, but I've heard stories where people will just spiral out of control, and it's because you want it to stop and you can't. Like you're gonna be in it for a while, and like no matter what you do, it's gonna be a few hours. It's depending on how much. So if anyone out there was thinking about trying it, take like a small dose, like start little doses and go up from there. For me, I kind of went to the deep end, and I'm taking the full 1/8, and everyone like I talk to now is like, damn, you take a whole 1/8? And I'm like, in college, I guess that was like the standard. That's what I heard everybody was taking. So.
Goddamn. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know the measures, but it's goddamn.
No, man, it's a ride. I think, if you find the right people to do it with, it'll be enjoyable. First time, I highly suggest a sunny day in the park, like or hiking or something. That would be the shit. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah.
I'll keep it in mind.
Whenever you're ready, man. And like if you never are interested in it, no pressure. It's just one of those experiences in life. I think people should have. I think it'll help people let go of a lot of things. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. And
That's dope, though.
I mean, people could look at me and be like, "Oh, that's why you shouldn't do shrooms," It all depends on where you're coming from, but hey, it's I would just say since
But
it's
the
becoming,
experience itself, right? Like it's out there,
it's out there,
It's out there to experience.
and it's from Mother Nature, man. It's like it's meant to be here, so
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Hey, I was watching. Me and Caitlin were watching the show. It's called Snowfall. It's about crack cocaine outbreak in Los Angeles. But I was like, wait, yo, so coke comes from a plant, right?
Coca, something like that. Yeah.
So I was like, wait, so it's like organic, right? Or not? Is it still a chemical?
I'm not an expert on that drug specifically. I've never actually done it before, so I don't know. But I feel like there's elements that they add to it to make it like crazy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, but I think it does come from the. I want to say you're right, and I hope nobody gets mad at saying the wrong facts here. But yeah, I want to say you're right. It is like comes from a plant as well, and it's just like a different mixture that ends up being that gets into our hands for those experiences. But yeah. Well, where can you watch Snowfall? I've been trying to look for it. Like what streaming service?
It's on Hulu.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there's a scene where this guy he has a cut. They put cocaine on his cut as an anesthetic, so that he doesn't feel it, right? So, and that's just crazy, that could be used for that instead of what we think of it for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Coca-Cola, the original Coca-Cola had cocaine in it, I think, or Coke.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
So,
It was addictive.
and I mean, shit, they're like the biggest soda company now, so I guess it worked. So let's jump into it, man. The main potential, or the main interview questions. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the little Google Doc where it had the 3 levels?
The templates?
It was like
No,
level
I did
1.
not.
No worries. Just letting you know, there's 3 levels: easy, medium, hard, and each one has 1 through 34. So you let me know which level and choose a number, and we'll get it rolling from there.
Okay. We'll go medium.
Okay. And the number is
We'll go with 21. So it's my favorite
21.
number.
Okay. The question is, what are you too stubborn to let go of?
Oof. Man. Dude, it's gotta be dance. Cause like
What do
the
you mean?
longest time I told myself that like I had to like just completely like shut it out, just cause it was like it was a big part of my life, like it was like, it is still my passion. I'll still dance every day. Like every time I hear something, I'll get down, but like just pursuing it and just like trying to be what I was trying to be, it just like I realized that wasn't like my real purpose, and like I don't know, there was just no meaning for me to continue to do that, and it was affecting the way I wanted to dance and like how I felt when I was dancing. I didn't want to dance anymore, and it's just, that was hard, like, and it got me confused as to why I was feeling that way. But once I let that go more, or like just the expectation to be like perfect, and just like, and I was just a dancer, like I was just a student, I was just learning, I was learning to shoot the next video or to post the next post. I was just dancing, like every day, like just dancing, like not even in front of a camera, not even in front of anybody, just enjoying like dance, But I think having that love for dance kept me from like going like fully into like what I needed to do, which was like get my career straight, and like build everything else I need to just to set my life up. I think that's really important to have, especially growing up now, just to have your shit straight, because I've been with my girl for a long time, and like eventually like I am gonna have to settle down, do all that stuff, ask her to marry me, and like I'm gonna want to have kids with her, so I'm gonna have to have like the funds and the ability to provide for a family like that. So it's just like realizing that and just being selfless gave me the motivation to like take a break from what I love and like pursue other stuff,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
100. You know me, man. I was trying to be a rapper for a long time. I think when you first met me, I was a rapper, and with the clothing brand, and now I'm a guy with the podcast.
I don't remember the rapper. I just remember the clothing brand.
Wow. Okay. So you met me after I had let go of the rap career,
You were showing me music. You were showing me a lot of music, but I don't remember you showing me yours, bro.
Really?
That. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you some just so you could hear it. I guess like as I had a style, but
send that my way.
Dude, I think I started rapping when I was 12, and I wanted to be a rapper until I was like, I guess 27, and because 27 was when I started Hella Hungry. And that's when I had to make that pivot. And, my pops was telling me at the time, he's like, so you're not a famous rapper. What are you going to do? And I was just like, oh, you're right. So that's what made me kind of like pivot and find, like you said, and I hear you, you got those goals of, starting a family, and you got to have that setup. And people always say you can never be really ready, but I think there's people out there who set themselves up to at least be able to take those next steps with a lot less stress than people who kind of go unprepared. But yeah, so like for you, do you know what kind of pivot you're making, or you're still trying to discover that?
I pretty much do. Like as far as like career wise, like I'm not gonna do anything crazy, like going back to school to do like some crazy stuff like be a doctor or anything. But I think just being I think going back to school for like to be a technician for what they call it HVAC. It's like heat ventilation.
Oh yeah. We're always gonna need those folks, man. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I mean, it you know, I'm looking for something that will pay the bills, but also like have enough to, you know, to spend on my family, and like with my family, it's just like, especially like my main family, my mom, my dad, my sister, like it's just right now it's just my mom taking care of like all of us. I mean, besides me working, my sister just started working, but like my dad hasn't worked in a long time, so it's just like having a good job is like really important, you know, to me, like right now, just so that I could help out a little bit more with them, but also juggle that same thing like with starting a family and stuff. So I think that's really what's motivating me to like to get everything straightened out, you know.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Are you looking for apprenticeships, or are you just going back to school to get that certification?
I'm looking for apprenticeships just because I think I'd rather get paid rather than like,
pay for it.
You know,
Yeah.
pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that's a lot harder too because it's faster. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'd rather get paid, and then I don't really mind how long it takes. Like I'll take my time.
No, I feel you, man. Hey, and you let me know if you find that, because I've been trying to find some shit like that for a long time.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it starts at a certain time. So definitely because I'm waiting right now. All I'm doing is waiting. So once that rolls up, I'll hit you up.
All right, for sure, man. That'd be kind of interesting taking class if we take classes together or whatever. That'd be cool.
It'd be chopped. Yeah, that'd be chopped. Yeah.
But nah, I mean, because I know it's a solid career, and like, you know, like we said, it's always gonna be around, and things are always gonna break down. So yeah, the opportunity's there. So
Yeah.
good move. And
Thanks,
who knows, if it's not that, I know you'll find something else as well.
Most definitely. Yeah, man, you just gotta put in the work, right?
Put in the work. Time. It's time too. You can't be in a rush, because like when you're in a rush, I feel like it gets so discouraging. You know, it's like, damn, it's taking so long, and like I want to be done already. And
that's actually a big problem for me, is just rushing like things. Like I find myself like just taking that second, you know, just to breathe. You should be like, yo, chill out. Like you don't gotta be going this fast. But,
no, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. Taking your time is important.
Yeah. I struggle with it to this day, man. So I don't know. I wonder if it's like a universal thing that everybody feels like they gotta rush, especially nowadays when there's a lot of comparisons going on, or in our own heads, and it's like, yeah. You think?
Social media.
Oh, dude, I was gonna ask you about social media as far as like with dance. I know for me, with the clothing brand, with even this podcast and being a rapper, it's like I don't really super enjoy having to feel like I gotta post every day, or I gotta like, you know, show I'm doing something. Like, did that have any effect on you as far as dance goes? Or not so much? Like
just like the pressure of having to post every day?
I wouldn't call it pressure. It just feels like it's if you're trying to do something creative or something big, you kind of gotta have a social media presence, you know? Like that's how people are getting discovered these days, you know? It's a lot different than before, when you just go to a talent agency, but anyone could go viral, anyone could blow up, but you gotta just be on social kind of like to make that happen. And was that like just another extra thing that kind of was on your mind, you know?
No, most definitely, yeah. like there's a game, you know, that you see that everyone plays. Like you could see it and you could replicate it if you want to, you know. But I was for a while, but then yeah, man, like that's just not for me.
I feel you, man. I fucking feel
it's
you.
just not for me. Like when I see it today, like when I see like posts like that today, I'm just like, man, like I'm not even on Instagram that much, honestly. Like I try not to be. Like I'm pretty sure everyone says that, but then like if you look into the log, it's.
I feel you.
But I'm serious. Like I find myself scrolling less nowadays, which is good. Like I really like try not to care, you know, because like I've compared myself for so long, or to others for so long. But now it's just like I just really don't care, and it's nice, you know, because like I'm really focusing on what truly matters to me, which is the people around me, my friends, my family, my girl, you know, and yeah, I just get to really give them all my energy, you know, so that's nice.
That was one of the gifts of Corona, man. It really makes you realize what's important.
Yes,
but
sir.
Let's move on to the next number, man. Throw me another number.
All right. Let's go 15.
15. Oh, which level? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go 1. Let's cool it down.
Okay.
Cool it down a bit.
No worries. All right, here we go. What is something you want to start or get into more? Like something new that you want to add to your life, like maybe a hobby or.
Man, I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
cool.
tough. That's tough just because like I've been working on like just like setting everything solid around my life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I in the beginning of Corona, like I was like, damn, like everything closed down. Like you were trying to figure out what to do, right? So you're doing a whole bunch of shit, but yeah, like I can't really think of anything that I would really try and do now. Yeah, just because I know I don't have the time to do it.
No, I got you. I did want to ask you, like, since dance was a big part of your life, I wanted to ask how that got started. So, when did that switch turn on for you? At what point in your life you're like, oh, I enjoy this. This is what I kind of want to pursue. Yeah. What was that story?
Yeah. That turn happened in junior year. I want to say sophomore, junior year in high school for me. But I was dancing all my life. Like when I was like 4 in the Philippines, like I remember I was getting down some Michael as a little kid, and then like when I came to the States, like growing up, I got into basketball, and that's what took over, you know, and just that little Pinoy boy, ball is life.
Ball is life.
Me. That was me. And then after getting into the team, like I got into varsity my sophomore year, but it was just a rough experience. Like we were not that good, and you could tell that like the seniors in our team just really didn't care either. You know, it was tough, and like I loved basketball, and I took that passion and I switched it to dance, and then I think I wasn't like fully into it yet. Like I was just dipping my toes in the dance, like testing it out. And then once I saw this dancer, and I know a lot of people know this dancer, my friend Ruben took me to it was at MNW, but this was at the old studio. This was like the old Susan studio, and we were late. I didn't even get to take the class. But then the class was Pat's class, Pat Cruz, and then I've never seen dance like that before, you know. So,
got you.
And then like people that know Pat Cruz, like it's different, you know. And then just being exposed to that's what brought me in. It was like, yo, like I could do different stuff, you know, and like just like try and be, you know, create an identity, because like he was like hitting it in ways like I ain't seen before, you know? And it's different. And then it inspires you to be like, yo, I could just kind of do the same thing but my own way, you know?
Yeah. That's dope. I've never heard that story, man. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I had a question, but it disappeared in my head. Let's jump into another number, man.
Let's go 3.
3, level 1?
3.
3. All right. Okay, man. This one is, how would you define depression?
Depression. That's tough, dude, because like I've thought about that question before, you know, and I think it might just, like, I don't know, to me it might just be like placebo, like what I hear. Like once you like find out what's wrong with you, it becomes like, you know, it becomes something, because like you figured it out, you know, for yourself. So I think like with like depression, I feel like if you like are in a really bad state and then like you acknowledge it, you know what I mean? So I guess it's just like giving up to the fact that like your life sucks at that moment, you know? But yeah, I don't really like want to give a definition to it, just because like I don't think about it, you know? I try and live my day. I try and start my day good so I could have a good day, you know? Like if it starts off bad, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have a bad day, so I better turn it around, right? And it's just like having that mentality is just like, it's helped me, you know? And I think that I'm gonna stick to that.
I got you. So
That's it.
I'm hearing like it's kind of like having that perspective of you know, instead of feeling like today's gonna be a shitty day and today's gonna be a great day, even though it may not be the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean I'm coming from the same kind of train of thought. I think it's like it's just how you're viewing things, right? You can always view something in a positive or negative way, and I'm not saying it's as easy as that. I don't think it is, and I think there's different forms of depression, but I hear what you're saying. So, and I think I kind of gravitate towards more of that way of thinking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel it. Like there's, like you're right. People have already like, there's different types, right? And it's just like, I feel like if you tell me that I'm one of those types, and I'm just like, oh, for real, and then I start looking into that shit, you know what I mean? And I just become more of it, rather than like just being, I don't know, just trying to have a good day, man. Just trying to build off that. But I you know, that's just me. I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Nah, man, this is your life experience is your own, and it's not going to be like everybody else's. I was going to ask you, I forgot to ask you way in the beginning, but what's your favorite part of your personality?
I think it's just being open to like who you are, you know? Like I try and understand like anyone what they're going through, like even if they're like assholes and they're like giving me a bad day, like although I want to reciprocate that and just like be like fuck you, you know, like I don't want to do that, you know, like that's just not me. Like I'd rather not have that affect like the way I feel, you know, just because like I said, like I'm always just trying to have a good vibe and just trying to stay at that energy. So like, yeah, I just can't do like bad energy like that.
I got you. I was just curious to hear what you thought was your favorite part. I'm throwing you a curveball right now. This is a question. So in the doc, I have a couple curveball questions, and this one's a fill in the blank, and just choose a number between 1 to 7.
All right, 5.
Life is all about blank.
That's hard, bro. You asking me the meaning of life
For yourself.
right now.
For yourself. You don't. It's not for everybody. So, if at this point in your life, what would you say it is for you? Because it could change, but yeah, life is all about blank.
Life is all about, for me right now, is just taking care of my own, like, close friends, family, whoever that be. Like if you're 100 with me, like I'll be 100 with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also that, like, going back to that question before with like our walls, or like, you know, going back with that, just like just giving your time, I guess, to like the people that really matter, you know? Because there are a lot of people that will pressure you to, I guess, like, feel like shit for not like trying, I guess, you know? But at the same time, like, I don't know, you just have values that like you hold like to your own, you know? And like once I set those walls, like, it's just like, I don't know, like now it's just, I really want to take care of like who I really need to take care of, and that's that, you know?
Like it doesn't matter what the pressure, right, from other folks.
And there, like, Caitlin has a book. It's like, I forget what it's called. It's like the art of not like giving a fuck or something like that. I'm not sure if you saw that book.
I've heard of it. Have you? Is there any like nugget of wisdom that you can share from that?
I haven't read it.
Okay, I got
but
you.
I've been wanting to read it, so, and it's just piqued my interest, like just like that concept. You know what I mean? Because like I do care about what people think, like a lot, like especially before, like, and it makes you feel some type of way, and it's just like trying to just control that and like master it, you know, and just not giving a fuck is something I want to like do, you know, just because like if you're not affected just by like how they're like making you feel, it really does like help you like through the day just to be more efficient, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, it's funny, just thinking about that pressure from other folks. I think the art of not giving a fuck, I haven't read the book either. Just personally for me, I think it revolves around like being secure with what you're doing and what you're about, you know? Like for me with this podcast, right? Like I could think about the numbers and how I don't got the numbers right now. But if I feel secure with like what the whole purpose is, what the message is, like these conversations we're having, that's what really matters, then it really doesn't matter what the numbers are like for me. It's just, you know, just having these conversations and having this for you to use in the future. That's what should matter to me. And if I focus on that, then, you know, I don't have to feel that pressure. And so that's how it's affected my experience with this.
That's dope, man.
And you'll find it, man. It took me 30 years, or almost 31 years to kind of like feel that way about something, because Hella Hungry got wrapped up into my ego, bro. Like it felt weird to make it feel like it was my identity for a little while. Like anytime I introduced myself to somebody, I'd always have to be like, oh yeah, check out my brand Hella Hungry, or they're like, oh, what's Hella Hungry? It's like, oh, it's my brand. So that was not fun. So yeah.
Hey, man, I didn't know you felt that way about that. Yeah, I thought you're, you know.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you know, how would you know? I didn't talk about it. I wasn't open to talk about it like that, right? But yeah, it's stuff that I've learned and stuff that I'm just like pushing forward with. Man, another question just fleeting away. It happens.
Good.
All right, man. Just a heads up, we got about 10-15 minutes left in the podcast. Just wanted to thank you again for coming on. And yeah, I hope you're having fun, man. I think this has been a great conversation. So
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's been reflective, but also it's just nice talking to you, brother.
for sure, man. Appreciate it. Throw me one more number and a level.
All right. Let's go 11 at a level 2.
11, level 2. So, when did your stream of consciousness begin? Let me know if you need clarification about that.
Any clarification about that?
For sure. So, for me, it's like for the longest time growing up, I just was like, oh, I'm a kid. I don't really got no worries. I'm just doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, like a switch changed, and I was like, oh shit, what's the meaning of life? And like, what am I really doing? It kind of like, I've carried that stream of consciousness till now. Like, I can remember that moment where I started like thinking less like, I was just a kid, and then now it's just like, okay, well, I'm worried about where I'm going in life. I'm worried about, my grades to go to a good school so I can have a career or shit like that. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that same thing, but from what you can remember going back, when did it become from like, oh, I'm a kid, to like, oh, now who am I, kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's it's happened recently. Just about like, I want to say, within like last year, like just like leaving or letting dance go was my turning point, like to all of that. Not saying that dance is bad, like it's helped a lot of people, but it's just my situation and where I was at. It was a lot better for myself to just step away, and just and handle my shit. So I think leaving that and then realizing that what I thought I wanted to do wasn't what I wanted to do, left me in the searching, for like what the hell am I really doing, with my life, and then like looking at my family and just everything around me is what pushed me to what, ultimately like my path right now. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, so was it like, would you say just being around family more is what kind of triggered it, or triggered that pivot?
Yeah, no, it was actually interesting because like at the same time, like it's always been tough between me and Caitlin's like her parents. Like it's always been tough, and it's just like last year is when they finally like, I just like wanted to get to know me more, and then so I've been spending a lot of time with her family, and then that is what ultimately let me realize like how much I've been neglecting my own family and just haven't been there for them and spending time, like, as simple as that. Just because I have been selfish with like chasing my dreams, and just like I would come home and not even like spend time with my mom, and that would just happen for weeks, and it was just sad, and just realizing that. And also like my sister's at the age where I was going through that too, and my mom would vent to me about it all the time, just with like how she's dealing with it, and it's just witnessing that is what switched it up for me now. It's just like, yo, you gotta grow up, you gotta help your fam. You just step up. So
yeah, man, that's I think that I felt something recently with the same experience, basically. In my 20s, I was so adamant about like finding my own place and, being away from my folks and, wanting to feel independent. And I think I've gotten to a point where it's like, I just want to be able to build something where they can kind of be with me, but I don't feel like I'm depending on them. And that's something different. That's what switched up for me for sure. So yeah, I guess in my 30s, I'm just like, why am I trying to push them away so hard? Instead of just like appreciating that I'm with them, instead of,
Yeah, it's nice, man. I don't know when that switch happened, but maybe it's just different cultures, but like I know when I was a kid back in the Philippines, just witnessing like my cousins with like my grandma and everybody, is just like they're a lot closer, and you feel that and you see that, I mean, you see that with families here too, but it's just like, I think with what's going on with the world here, especially in America, this had an effect on like on families, and it's just like, man, it's hard, I'm not sure what if your parents are working or anything, but like seeing my mom like tired on the holidays breaks my heart. But, yeah, going back to that just motivates me to keep going some more, right? But
yeah, man. No, I didn't know that about your folks, but similar to my folks, one parent is working, the other one, because of like health reasons, just can't be able to get back to work. So it's just kind of like, yeah, I see it, man, and you see them getting older too, right? It's just like, oh man, like, they don't deserve to be like feeling that way all the time, especially when they've done so much for you, for me, and it's just like, I gotta step up. I feel you, man. You think you ever felt that pressure, like from Filipino family, that like, you gotta stay together? I know for me, it kind of felt that way because my folks were used to that growing up in the Philippines, where everybody was like under the same household and kind of like, having that connection. But in America, it's like, I want to leave and I want to do my own thing, and
Yeah, dude, I don't freaking know. It's weird. Like, I think with my family, it's just me personally, just because like I lost the language. Like, I used to speak Tagalog, but like when I moved here, I ditched the language like at a young age, and I just forgot it. So like being able to talk to them when they're uncomfortable with talking to me in English is just like, it's hard. I mean, I still talk to them, but like you can just tell that like back then they were very comfortable talking to me in Tagalog just because I was young and I knew it, and then now that I'm older and that I've like distanced myself a lot, it's harder for me to connect with like how I did when I was a kid,
Yeah.
It's just hard, but at the same time, man, I love them. They're my family, and I'm always gonna be there for them. So.
No doubt. I got another curveball question for you before we get to the concluding questions. This is a shout out question, so you're gonna have to shout someone out for this one. And if there's too many to shout out, then you could just say skip to. Just choose a number between 1 and 7.
All right, 3.
Who would you like to thank?
Dang, that's easy. It's my girl for sure. She my rock.
For sure. I got you, man. I got you. So we gotta get to the closeout questions. Well, shout out to your girl. And then let's see. So I gotta find this real quick, man. I feel bad because I was unprepared. But let's skip to question 2, which is, what is the question you would like to ask the next guest?
If we were in a world that, like, I guess hypothetically, like, no worries, like, you don't gotta worry about a job, making money and all that, like, what would you truly be doing, like, right now?
What would you truly be doing in a world of no worries?
Yeah. Like, like you're just living, and your purpose is whatever you want to do.
I got you. All right. I actually found the question from the previous guest. Shout out to Arvin for this question. But this one is, similar to the final question. Maybe it could be the same, but if you could go in the future to tell your grandchild something, what would you tell them?
I think with me, it's just like to not, like, my main mistake that I will always regret was just like missing that time, that time of growing up and distancing myself from my family, especially now that I told you that it's really important to me now. It's just like I can't get that back, you know. And I think, yeah, if I had a message for my grandchildren, it's just to like never forget the value of that, you know, of that love for your family, you know, and just to always take care of them, like, you know, with what, like, no matter what you're doing, you know, don't forget about them. And it's just, yeah, that's it.
I got you, man. I got you. And then my last question, and you could tell me if it's basically the same thing you just answered, but it's, what would you like your descendants to know about you? Maybe like 5 generations down the road, you know, great grandchildren.
I'd like them to know that I tried. I don't know. I tried my best, but at the same time that I was free, you know, and I mean that in a way that, like, that I asked questions, you know, and I wasn't just following what people were doing, and like I just valued myself, and like, if I don't agree with something, then that's that, you know. I'm gonna stand by that. Yeah.
I got you. So you're the kind of person who asks why.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? And then you start getting answers, man. You look and you're just like, oh. But yeah, man, like, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So you're just learning.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. For sure. So, well, thank you again, John. We made it to the end of the podcast.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
I definitely appreciate your energy, your time, and, you know, I think you gave some great quality answers. So much love.
Thanks,
did you have any last things to mention, or you good?
Nah, man. I mean, just thank you for having me, and it was great talking to you, bro. We definitely gotta kick it soon.
We got to. All right, man. For the folks out there, thank you for your time, for checking out, listening, doing the damn thing. Appreciate y'all too. And yeah, still trying to figure out the signature.